Alright, welcome guys. Today we're playing Necrom, the new expansion, and checking out the Arcanist class. We're going to be Stamina Arcanist.
Fate has noticed your talent for altering destiny. Reality hangs in the balance, as does the future of Apocrypha and Nirn. Hence I bring a message from Hermaeus Mora, the one who knows. Mora offers you a purpose, an aspiration dark and heavy.
Purpose? What purpose?
We are bound together by a common danger. Enemies of Hermaeus Mora threaten his realm of oblivion, and in so doing pose a threat to the mortal world as well. Therefore Mora sent me to meet you here, and secure your cooperation.
What sort of cooperation?
Only a mortal proxy can deal with the threat and save both Apocrypha and Nirn. The fates of both realms are linked, and you are the key to preserving reality. Without you, everything unravels. Help avert this disaster, and Mora will reward you.
I hope they had the same Hermaeus Mora voice actor from Skyrim. He was very good. Hermaeus Mora. Alright, Help, where do I start?
The one who knows instructed me to give you this. A condensate of planar potentialities. You will not understand. It is ink. Take it to the Ulvano cistern, a ruin near the city. Pour the ink into the water, and your path will become clear.
One thing that's great about this, the game, is that you can go anywhere. Like, you can make a brand new character and start immediately in the expansion. You don't have to, like, do a bunch of starter zones first. Tell me about Hermaeus Mora.
Have you never heard of the Daedric Prince of Forbidden Knowledge? The Lord of Fate? The riddle unsolvable? Hermaeus Mora knows everything. He is the wisest of the Daedra.
Oops. Let me create my experience scroll, which will be perfect for this.
The one who knows Have you never heard of the Daedric Prince of Forbidden Knowledge?
I'm sorry I ruined it.
The Lord of Fate? The riddle unsolvable? Hermaeus Mora knows everything. He is the wisest of the Daedra. Every secret and all knowledge finds its way to Apocrypha in time.
Yeah, there's a Twitch drop. You just have to watch for, I think, an hour to get your Ouroboros crate, which are in-game rewards, which are nice. What's Apocrypha?
I am astonished how little the mortals of our tiny world comprehend. Apocrypha is the realm of Hermaeus Mora, his home and seat of power, one of the countless realms that drift through oblivion. Please, do not ask me about oblivion.
Oh, it's 2 hours. Okay. What do you know about these enemies that threaten Apocrypha?
They seem to be servants of other Daedric princes, rivals to the one who knows. The threads of fate that converge in this region should reveal more. That is the hope, at least. And we are not dealing with just simple cultists. There are others.
That's ominous. Yeah, you get one drop for 1 hour, one crate for 1 hour, and another crate for a second hour if you watch the stream for 2 hours. What others?
Someone sent the Dusksaber Company to seize relics belonging to Hermaeus Mora from their hiding places in Tamriel. Elite vampire mercenaries commonly employed by Telvanni mages. I expected the cultists. The Dusksabers were an unwelcome surprise.
Sorry, I'm getting my drops on the other tab by turning on the stream. My stream. Oh, let me double check. I'll make sure. Let's see. Ouroboros crate. Elder Scrolls Online. I'll make sure here. So, yeah, it looks like you get, for watching 1 hour, you get a Ouroboros crate. Oh, no, it looks like it's 2 hours. And the 1 hour one is only for specific channels. I think their stream team. Maybe. I think. It's hard to tell. They have it listed twice for the campaigns. So I'm not sure. Yeah, it looks like it's a 2 hour one. They have like a stream team that's for like they get special benefits and stuff, and one of them is that they get to have an extra crate. What were they looking for?
Glyphics. Think of them as crystallized memories. Condensations of notional... I explain too much. I managed to protect Mora's glyphics, with some help. But our adversaries once again move against us.
We'll be playing that later, Urgval. Who are you again?
I am Laramil, sometimes called the Wise, although that is not a sobriquet I care for. I seek to comprehend the emergent truths elicited by the... never mind that. I am a scholar. A century ago, I struck a bargain with Hermaeus Mora.
So you serve Hermaeus Mora?
I do not worship him, if that is your question. The Prince of Knowledge is an ally and patron. Mora provides me with access to rare and esoteric lore. In return, I undertake various tasks for him. A mutually beneficial arrangement.
I've never done anything for Hermaeus Mora, ever. Especially not in Skyrim. I definitely did not do that. What is the... We want stamina. Let's see. Skill lines. Rune Blades. Craft a series of runes before launching them at foes, dealing magic damage 3 times, generating crux. Runic Jolt. Craft a defensive rune that deals magic damage, applies minor maim. Rune also taunts. Rune Meld. Craft a series of precise runes that propel them at yourself or an ally in front of you. Runes heal for 3 times. We'll try Rune Blades. Fate Carver. Dan, you're a dirty liar. What I lie about? Go to the cistern, which is back the other way. Yeah, we're playing the new Arcanist class they just added. Forget what is the mount button in this game. I forget what it is. Let's see, mounts. The H? Okay. I'll do random mount. We'll pull out a different mount each time. Oh, good choice, Wolfie. I got the basic mount on this character, so I'm gonna move a lot slower than everyone else. That's okay.
You there. You look like a capable forager.
Side quest!
I need some help. Can we talk?
Side quest! I love side quests. Hello?
Thank the ancestors you stopped. Right. Well, I'm in a bit of a predicament here. I need to collect ingredients for a medicinal tincture, and I simply don't have time. I need someone to help.
A medicinal tincture?
Ah, yes. I am Balva Bemis, retainer to Oathman Laro Rawless of House Telvanni. Laro suffers from beastly headaches, and I'm making a tincture to address his malady. I need some hard-to-attain ingredients. If you aid me, I'll pay you well.
What are these ingredients?
I need the musk gland of a bullnetch, I spotted some Netch remains around Kemmel Z. Also a plant called the volcanic stinkhorn from near Salem Mora. And lastly, fungal blooms from a dead shroom beetle. The best ones skitter around Tel Drelov.
All right, I'll go get those ingredients.
Once you collect the ingredients, I'll make the necessary preparations at my workstation in Ald Isra. You know, getting the viscosity right and all that.
Tell me you haven't played Oblivion in a long time without telling me you haven't played Oblivion in a long time, Seven Soul. Tell me about these ingredients.
Well, they're vital to the recipe. I don't want to bore you with the details, but the stinkhorn provides a binding catalyst, while the bullnetch muskgland balances the humors. They're very important. Yes, definitely.
I like balancing my humors. Are the fungal blooms from the beetles?
They provide a nutty, hay-like flavor. Covers up the bitterness of the brew, you see.
Tell me about Othman Lero.
He's a very demanding individual, even at the best of times. Commands with an iron fist, you know. And when these headaches strike, he is positively tyrannical.
And this tincture will cure those headaches?
Yes, yes. I think it will address his malady fully. I mean, I hope so. He's terrible when he's like this.
Tom Tastrophe. Calm down there, sir. Jeez. All right, well, we got a side quest. Ooh, we got some visit craft station to learn to unlock the ability to craft. 7 trade skills. We should go into the town and see if they're... Oh, do I have access to the... Let's see. Character. Skills is K. So I don't have access to the one thing yet. Herbalism. All right, let's collect. We'll be playing Diablo later today. We'll probably save Amnesia for Horror Month. Or just too busy with Diablo right now. Let's see. Let's go to that cavern, which is over there. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they haven't. It's always been a delay for the console version of this game. I don't know if they just need more time to optimize it or something. Would be cool if they could, for the next one, maybe launch at the same time as the PC version. Would be very cool. Iron ore. Yes, I shall mine thee. Oh, that's not a plant I can herb. This is though. I doubt that'll happen, Undying One. But you're more than welcome to try to wait for it. Maybe it will. Who knows? Because I feel like they would have already done it otherwise. Alright, there is... Let me adjust a couple of the audio things. Music's a little low. All combat music. Uh-oh. What are you? What? He's got pocket sand. Herald the Totem increased to 2. Just pulled out pocket sand on me there. Ninja bug. Let's grab this runestone. These are used for enchanting in the game. Unlike Elder Scrolls Online, you don't like Skyrim. You don't just enchant by breaking stuff down. You like use these runes to make rune words. It's like ancient version. Ooh, I got a rare item right out the bat. Look at that. You have stolen items. Stolen items can be sold at whatchamacallit, those one things. The fences. Got Adventurer's Strongbox. Let's try. Do you want dagger or sword? Let's look up a let's see, Arcanist melee DPS guide. Yes, I'm curious what they use for this one. Let's see. I like using the Outcast HQ website for builds. They have lots of good options for all the classes if you're looking for something to build. What? Uh-oh. Oh god, not an abyssal tendril. No! Okay. Alright. Stamina Arcanist, two-hander with a bow, or dual wield with a bow. Oops. Looks like two-hander and a bow's the way to go for this one. All right, so exactly what we got going on. What the hell? I don't know what that thing is, but it's nasty. What is that? Ew. Looks like a Spider-Man or something. Very weird. Creepy looking. All right, let's pour that in there. What?
Step forth, mortal. Know that you stand in the presence of Hermaeus Mora.
They got the same voice actor from Skyrim.
Laramil has done well, and brought fate's chosen into my unrelenting gaze. All other outcomes are now excluded. From this moment, fate's ever-branching tree begins to grow again. And with it, new possibilities emerge.
Chat, meet Hermaeus Mora. Chat, meet the Daedric god, Hermaeus Mora. And Hermaeus Mora, say hello to chat. Sheogorath and Mora voiced by the same VA. Yeah, that guy, he also does, he does a lot of people in Oblivion as well. He's very good voice actor. What's this all about?
It concerns beginnings and endings, secrets too dangerous to reveal, and the stability of the threads of fate. Hidden rivals threaten my realm, and thereby threaten all of reality. If they succeed, fate will unravel, and doom both our worlds.
Luro calls you the one who knows. How can your rivals hide from you?
I am the golden eye of fate and the keeper of whispers. Knowledge and memory are my domains. How this threat eludes me, I do not know. But you are the key to preserving Apocrypha. I have foreseen it, and in doing so, you shall save the mortal realm.
How can I save Apocrypha and Nern?
Let Laramil guide you, as she can perceive the threads of fate without undue mental anguish. They converge in 3 locations, places of revelation. Meet her in the Necrom bindery, in the mortal city of the same name. Now, let us seal our covenant.
Seal our covenant? How?
The 3 glyphics before you contain the concepts necessary to create a contract to bind us. I submit to this as a promise of cooperation. You may serve as my proxy without fear of harming your own interests. Now, take the glyphics. Combine them.
Tell me more about Apocrypha and its connection to Nern.
Do you know so little, mortal?
Yeah.
Apocrypha is my domain. A plane of oblivion I have shaped to my needs. And this plane, the mortal realm, some refer to it as Nern. As for the connection, just know that if Apocrypha falls, Nern will cease to exist.
Chat, ask me where my character lives in this game. Where does my character live? That's none of your business. And what exactly are you?
The scholars and mystics of your world call me a Daedric Prince. What you see is only an aspect of my true self. For the mortal mind cannot contain the whole of me. This form suffices. Your mind must remain intact for you to be of use to fate.
Did I see a donkey? What do you know about the enemy that threatens Apocrypha?
Precious little. They are shadows that vanish under my scrutiny. Obscure figures that somehow hide from my gaze. It is disconcerting. Never have I been so blind.
Then how do you know there's a threat against Apocrypha in Nern?
Every possible fate unfolds before me. They all lead to an event I thought erased from chance eons ago. If this course isn't altered, Apocrypha falls, reality unravels, and Nern is destroyed. This enemy eludes me, but you are my secret advantage.
But I literally just made my character a couple minutes ago. If you can't determine who they are, how can I?
That is the reason fate chose you. Your instinctual ability to succeed no matter the obstacles placed before you, no matter the odds. Follow the threads I selected for Laramil. See where they lead. That is the key to saving both our realms.
I'm not sure I want to sign a contract.
It is for your peace of mind, mortal. I offer to bind myself, to give you the power to constrain my actions, so that you may trust me. The contract also marks you as my proxy. That could prove beneficial in some places you must travel.
Goodbye. Oh, there is a donkey here. And a monkey with a crown. Ember, Umber, and Onyx Glyphics. Contract with Hermione Mora. Can I read it?
Fate
Don't
takes
just sign it!
Many paths, mortal. Find Laramel.
Don't just sign a contract with a Daedric Lord.
Wisely.
Read it. Get a lawyer. My character is officially dumb. Who knows what that was in there? Could have signed away all my rights. Now I'm like legally his. I gotta go tell my father, Trident, that I signed a contract. Speaking of that, why didn't Ariel just write down on the beach that who she was? Did she forget that she could just make writing? Movie would have been over in 5 minutes. Seals of Endeavor, huh? Complete Endeavors reward Seals of Endeavor. You can spend these seals in the seal section of the Crown Store to purchase items currently available in Crown Crates. When a crate leaves the Crown Store, these seals changes offering mean very low. You cannot trade a gift by Seals of Endeavor in the Crown Store. Thank you, Good Eye Sniper, for the 51-month resub. Appreciate that. Alright, let's see here. Settings. Interface. Quest tracker. Automatic quest tracking, yes. Chat bubbles, no. Frame rate. Nameplates, yes. Friendly NPCs, yes. Neutral NPCs. Always. Health bars on. Yes. Social. Combat. Ability bar timers. Resource numbers. Number only. Couple of things that turn on there. Let's also go boop on that. There we go. One cool thing about this game is you can play it in first person if you want, like Elder Scrolls game. I don't recommend doing dungeons in this mode because you can't see the ground very easily. Yeah, it's fun for like immersion and like light questing and stuff, but it's hard to see the ground. You kind of have to see the ground for a lot of abilities. Like there. It is fun though for a little while if you want to play like a little bit of immersive playthrough. Experience, more runestones there. The FOV was just by default pretty low. You can turn it up in here. First person, field of view. Yep, increase it by a bunch. There, it's better. But there's settings under camera for all that stuff. I've never played a game where I haven't had to tweak the settings at least once. Okay, meet Laramim, the Wise, and Necrom. Alright, let's go check out the main city of the expansion pack and see what's going on. Do you only stream on TikTok? You stream on Twitch? I'm on Twitch as well. My Twitch chat is much more active. My Twitch streams are active than my TikTok one. I'm rather new to streaming on TikTok. Just branching out and meeting new people. Beetle versus Cliff Strider. Who will win? Me! Ow! Level up! Alright, let's see. We are going for stamina, so we want... Actually, we probably want medium armor for... Heavy. Guess it really doesn't matter then. Alright, give me more stamina, please. We also have a skill point. Let's see. Cost determined by highest max resource. Harness pure knowledge into beam of energy that scars the world in front of you. Channel the beam for 4 seconds, dealing magic damage every 3 seconds. Casting Fate Carver consumes all Crux and increases damage done by 33% per Crux spent. Ooh. That sounds cool. I love that they seem to have fixed the dual spec. Like, people that like want to use magic skills that have stamina. Ah, yeah. Oh my god, it's my beam of death. I love my beam of death. It's amazing. That was good. It's like, I'm firing my laser. Ah. Rune blades increase to rank 9. Like that looting crafting materials gives you experience stuff. Alright, let's head into town, which I think is this road. Yep. Okay. I know. Death beam. Is that Pooter? No iron. I'll take it. This game has one of the most coolest crafting systems of any MMO. It's very awesome. There is so much depth to it. And, like, you don't just craft, like, an item. There's just so many ways to craft items and tweak how they look, how they function. It's very, very awesome. It takes a long time to learn all the crafting recipes. And you can learn every profession in this game. You don't have to pick just one or two. You get to have them all. Hello, Shy Wolf. I have a lot of... Should have quite a few crowns. I left my subscription going. I have 42,000 crowns. It's a lot. 42,000. I never spend them. I just I had the monthly subscription, which gives you 1,500 a month, and I just never spend them, so they pile up. Ooh, Rage Bound. What are the... Let's see what the rewards are. Hunt Wolf. Ooh, that's a cool mount. That's a cool one. Rage Bound. Flesh of the Harrowed. Oh, God. What the hell is that? Oh, man. That is frightening. They spent so much time asking if they could make that, they forgot to ask if they should. You can buy actual skin. Stable Master.
Don't ask me about a beast.
It's gold for all that. Alright, let's go inside Necrom and see what we can find here. I had an ultra rare Dragon Squid guard my old account, but lost because Steam account got stolen. Oh, Steam wasn't able to help you get it back? That sucks.
The necropolis is closed? That's never happened before.
We keepers of the dead understand your frustration.
You should be able to get your Steam account back if you work with
sort things
support.
out in no time.
Alright, let's... Oh, the crafting people are right here.
Doesn't seem like I'm getting much.
Leatherworker, weaponsmith. Hello, everybody there. Armorer, tailor. Do they have crafting benches nearby? There must be a crafting place in the city. They usually always do. I love the architecture in the city. It's very Morrowind. Ancient Morrowind, where everything was brand new still. Hello, Strix. Way Shrine. My favorite way to play Elder Scrolls Online is to play it like a single-player game. Just play by myself, walk around, do quests and stuff. It's very comfy. Achievement furniture?
Dark elf families.
Seek. Oh, so if you achieve certain achievements, you get furniture for your stronghold. Very nice. Got to use your horse today? Oh, awesome. We'll be having more chances for that later today. Let's go check the tavern. Hello.
Who wouldn't want such a... You have a look about you.
What does that mean?
Some sort of quality that's rare to find. And trust me, I'm never wrong about these sort of things. Can I interest you in a room at the local inn?
A room.
Actually, wait, that came out wrong.
A room at the local inn.
Look, empty rooms are just bad for business. The upkeep alone costs me more than the place is worth. But I think we can come to a sort of arrangement. And not the sort of arrangement that involves a few drinks. Let me be clear about that.
Ma'am, what? Why would you say that? That's so lewd. What sort of arrangement?
I need someone to improve the reputation of my properties. A hero type who people look up to. And I have a feeling about you. You've done something great and are probably on the way to do something greater. Seems like we can help each other here.
I'm interested. What are the details?
You have a look about
Has to be a catch, right?
Some sort of... No catch. I just need someone to freshen up my image. And my gut tells me you're the one to do that. As long as you're not planning on turning it into a skooma den or an outlaw's refuge, the room is all yours.
So within legal reasons, I can do whatever I want with the place?
Oh, sure. You can set up some crafting stations, house your pets, display any treasures or trophies you've come upon in your adventures. Hey, you can even set up a target dummy to practice combat.
Skooma?
Just don't demolish the place and we're good.
Can I play Skooma Tycoon in there? Make all the skooma, invite all the Khajiits, and sell them some skooma? All right, accept your offer.
Excellent. You won't regret this decision, I swear. Here's the deed and key to the room. Took me a while, but I finally was able to take them back from the last tenant. Required more time in the sewers than I had hoped for, but hey, that's business.
Okay.
Hope the room is to your liking. With your reputation, I'm sure you shouldn't have any trouble with the neighbors. If you do, remember death threats are not the way to go. Had a spot of trouble when my last tenant started sending those out.
Well, goodbye. Oh, so this is my house. So I have my own room. Does it at least have furniture and stuff in it? So when you make a new character, they give you a free little house that you can decorate all you want. This is it, though. The other ones are going to cost you gold. Oh my god, I have so much space for everything. All right, how about craft? No. Enchanted lights. Let's put that on there. Boom. And put this fungus in there. Oh yeah. Boom. As you can see, you can you get furniture as you play and stuff, or you can craft furniture with crafting, and then place it around inside your little place here. Baking guy, let's put him. You're gonna live here, and then you, madam, are gonna live beside him in my house. Let's put a painting up. Really pulls the room together, doesn't it? Ooh, that's a nice painting. That actually is a nice painting. Can I put some disc plates up there? Unfortunately, they don't have disc plates in the game. Oh, I can put a fountain? Yeah, that fits. There you go. That's fine, that fits. So beautiful.
Anything I can do for you?
No. None of this stuff is useful, so we'll just get rid of it. Let's equip our character. Oh, there we go. Iron. Take the frost axe, the iron legs. Should help me a bit to level up. Mr. Banker, do I have gold?
Greetings, lad.
I do have gold. Ooh, let's withdraw some money. We'll take 2,000 out. Now I have a little bit of gold. Everything else in there that's useful.
Speak with me a moment.
Ooh, crown experience scrolls. Let's take those. Those are always nice to have. And I'll take some poison vials and some healing potions. Diablo related today. We're just checking out the new expansion for Elder Scrolls Online. Speaking of which, we've been playing for about 45 minutes now. If you guys want to check out Elder Scrolls Online, link is below the channel on the panel. Also in the chat here. Clicking that link, you can check out the game, and clicking that link helps this stream out. And I as an Elder Scrolls fan, love Elder Scrolls Online. It's a lot of fun. it's an MMO that really respects my time. It doesn't require you to spend dozens of hours every week just to be competitive. Like, you can play as much or as little. Also, it has a unique philosophy where gear never becomes outdated. So, gear from an old expansion several years ago is just as good. The armor there is just as good as new armor and new expansion. The stats will be different. They'll change some things around, maybe add a new ability or something, but stuff doesn't just become bad. Like in lots of MMOs, usually when an expansion comes out, it means everything before is just useless now. But that's not how it works in this game. Everything is useful.
Much coin and bad luck with cards. I just need to meet him.
Proficient tribute play. Oh, I forgot about the tribute minigame. That was introduced in the last expansion. Okay, I think there's no more quest in here. All right. Let's find the main quest lady. Oh, she's in that place over there. Let's go check it out then. Yes, they have bear mounts. If I really enjoyed Skyrim, what I have to enjoy most as well to enjoy Elder Scrolls Online? I would say that it is different because it's MMO, but it still has that feel that Elder Scrolls, of walking around, becoming more powerful, doing quests for people recognizing. There's lots of collecting.
Welcome to my safe house, Proxy.
I think if you really enjoy Elder Scrolls, it's worth a shot just to try out the base edition of the game, see if you like it. And if you do, you get the expansion later.
Meeting Hermaeus Mora represents a rare honor. The one who knows materializes in a delimited projection. He chooses to manifest before few mortals. The threads upon which reality dangles are precarious indeed. What did Mora impart to you?
Hermaeus Mora said you would guide me.
And so I shall. The one who knows traced 3 crucial events to this area. Investigate each, and he believes we can expose the conspirators moving against Apocrypha. We may even stop them before the ultimate threat takes shape.
What do I need to do at these 3 locations?
I do not know. I was only presented with what was required to bring you to the right place at the right moment. You must determine why fate needs you in each location, then take the appropriate action.
No, this game is one of the most friendly solo play game MMOs out there. So the only thing you have to group up with is dungeons, but there's random matchmakers for that, so you can just go in with a random group if you want. The raids aka trials will need a group, but those are optional content that you don't really need to do to enjoy the story. The story in every zone is completely doable just solo. You know where and when, but not what I need to do.
Many possible futures branch from every mortal choice. If we know the consequences of our choices, it changes the outcome. Therefore, Hermaeus Mora tells us only what he must. As fate's chosen, the rest is up to you.
Very well. Where do I need to go?
The threads of fate lead to 3 locations in this region. The necropolis of Necrom, the old tower of Telrendis, and the town of Alavelis. I shall open a portal to each, investigate them, and return here to the Necrom bindery when you are done.
Dungeons are optional content in this. They have little bits of story in there, but you don't have to do them. They're self-contained stories that are optional, little side things. What is this place?
An old bookbinder's shop. our temporary base of operations in this region. I secured it so we could travel to and from Apocrypha without causing undue panic. I doubt Necrom's authorities would approve of portals to an Oblivion realm in their city.
Tell me about the portals.
In addition to the 3 to take you to the locations you must investigate, I summoned 2 gateways to Apocrypha. One leads to the Endless Library, a place of books as numberless as the stars. The other to Chroma Incognito, where lost fates linger.
Yeah, you get good gear from dungeons, but you can craft equally as good gear from crafting. Like, you don't need to do dungeons in this, but they do have nice things in them if you do want to do them. Because remember, no content in this game is like erased. Like, crafting gear is just as good as dungeon gear. The only gear that's like super like above everything else, I think, is the trial gear, but I'm not really sure about that one. I think it is, but I don't know. Am I supposed to go to Apocrypha now?
Only if you desire to do so. The threads of fate Hermaeus Mora asks you to investigate begin here in the Telvanni Peninsula. Where they shall lead us, I cannot say. But with a threat directed at Apocrypha, I thought quick access was prudent. A reasonable and prudent request. I shall provide what details I can, but I know little more than you do. Local history and politics are not my usual area of study. Which location would you like to know more about?
Out of MMO dungeons, I probably like the ones in ESO the most. They're well done, and they're like designed to be done with random people, and there's also like a hard mode if you're like a person that likes a challenge. They have things that can test your skills there. Who's your favorite Daedic prince that isn't Sheogorath? Well, I only really have met a handful of them, like, extensively. And the one I know the most is Hermaeus Mora. So probably Hermaeus Mora. I haven't really met any of the others much. Like, you get usually one quest on each game, and it's like just a little taste of them, but it's not enough to like really form a too good of an opinion on it. Tell me about the Necrom Necropolis.
Necrom serves as a center for the ancient Dunmer practice of ancestor worship, a strange custom. The monks of the necropolis, called the Keepers of the Dead, tend the catacombs beneath the city. They guide the faithful in venerating their forebears.
Tell me about Velis.
Olivelis is a minor settlement whose only claim to fame is its malachite quarry, a glass mine, as the Dunmer refer to it. That thread of fate vibrates with particular intensity. What you shall find there, I cannot say, but I urge caution, Proxy.
Tell me about Tel Rendis.
Tel Rendis is one of the many mushroom towers that dot this land. They usually serve as domiciles of Telvanni wizards who wield formidable magic. But this tower is abandoned. Interesting. Fate dictates that when you go there, I shall accompany you.
Okay.
Your choice must be your own, Proxy. Hermaeus Mora was clear about that.
Oh, so there's a portal.
There. 3 paths are now arrayed before you. Which will you pick?
So we can go in one of 3 directions here, or we can go straight over to the realm of Apocrypha. Oh, damn. I do want to grab something really quickly, though. I want to go find the Fighters Guild and the Mages Guild and see if they're in town here. Because if they're in town, I do want to get them their quest going. There's Fighters Guild. All right, let's head over that way. also a main quest marked on the map over there. How many people read those books? Quite a few people do.
The technique.
Oh, Mages Guild.
Welcome. Are you here on Mages Guild business?
Mages Guild?
Yes, of course. We're lawkeepers across the face of Tamriel. Guild members seek out books, tomes, and ancient scrolls in their travels. Why don't you speak with me for a moment? Perhaps you'd like to join.
Let's talk about the Mages Guild.
Always good to speak with another knowledge seeker. Guildmaster Vanus will be pleased.
Speak with me? All right, let's all type Dan chat in the chat so we can all be an NPC. What can you tell me about the Mages Guild?
We're book hunters of a sort. We seek out new information, capture it in our libraries, and make copies for distribution across Tamriel. The Guild doesn't care about battlefields or boundaries, just knowledge and the acquisition of new tomes.
What do I get in return?
We provide training in unique spells
That's
and
not
abilities
your voice.
only available to members. And from time to time, projects crop up for those with an adventuresome spirit. You may end up working with the Guildmaster himself.
Well, he is a mage. Maybe he's channeling something. I'm ready to join the Mages Guild.
Excellent. You are now a student of the Mages Guild. Every book you find will now earn you reputation in the Guild.
Thank you. The guilds in this game all have skill lines, and so does each weapon you use. The more you use something, the more it levels up. So magic. Mages Guild. Fight to persuade NPCs in conversations. That is a useful one. Rune word. Runes heal you for 3 times, generate crux. Probably good to have a heal. Invoke. Increase your weapon and spell damage. Well, let's get at least one of every skill line on our tree so that way they all level up. Runic Jolt. Do I have any more skill points? Nope. Okay. Hello
Next
there.
time, welcome to our hall. Are you familiar with the guild?
The guild?
The Fighters Guild. You should consider joining up. We have a new guildmaster and a new singular purpose. Why don't we talk for a moment?
Sounds good. Let's talk about the Fighters Guild.
Excellent. I know we'll all be drawing blades together soon enough. Now, what can I tell you?
You mentioned a singular purpose?
Right. Our new guildmaster is an Argonian, sees all colors. She has us all hunting down the Daedra and their damned anchors. You might have seen them. Enormous chains, plagues of Daedra boil out to lay waste to the countryside. Hard fights.
What do I get in return?
Ha! There's a good question. We train our members in special techniques, and the higher-ups are always looking for motivated members to help with special projects. You never know, you might be the next Yofnir.
Ready to join the Fighters Guild.
Then let me be the first to officially welcome you as an associate of the Fighters Guild. Get out there and take the fight to the Daedra.
That was awfully easy to join. It's like, please, please. Please join us. You have a name? You can join us. Now go fight stuff for us. Remove destination. There's a quest giver. Right there. Hello.
I don't mean to burden you with my troubles, stranger, but something dreadful is happening in Alavelis. I'm lucky I escaped when I did.
Tell me about Alavelis.
It's a village in the South Peninsula. When I heard that the glass mine was reopening, I went there to find employment. I'm a miner by trade, and I needed the work. They hired me, but instead of mining, they wanted us to build something.
That's sus. What do they want you to build?
I never found out. I stumbled upon a group of Daedric cultists and realized something really bad was going on there. I ran and never looked back. I told the city guard, but I don't think they believed me. Someone needs to do something.
I'll go see what's going on. I'm a hero. Daedric worship? That ain't right, yo.
I've got what you need.
You got what I need. Necrom Bindery. Why can't we become cultists? You can become a cultist as long as you're, you're cool. Don't be sus, yo.
Well, pleasant place to wait at least.
I have it set on random mount every time. Oh my god, a lion! I'm riding a lion!
How can we honor our ancestors if the necropolis is closed?
The abbot ordered the closure for your own good, citizen. Curate Gadain, make sure no one enters.
Prelate?
Why?
Oh, of course. No one enters the necropolis.
Why is no one allowed in?
The necropolis is closed? Who ever heard of such a thing?
Why would it be closed?
Something about this doesn't feel right. Sorry, friend, but the necropolis is closed today. And by order of the abbot, it seems. We've never turned away the families of the dead before, but if the rumors about illness are true, plague isn't something to be treated lightly.
Illness?
When Prelate Forum and his aides arrived, my fellow Keepers of the Dead were plagued with a strange malady. I was away when the disease struck, and I haven't been allowed back inside since. The Prelate said the abbot ordered the closure, but...
Oh, the way it works is the stories are all connected by a quest in a zone, and each zone usually is pretty self-contained. Like the story, each zone has a story. There's an overall main story that goes through all the zones, but each zone has like its own set of stories. And then the dungeons in the zones are connected to the stories a little bit, but you don't have to do those to complete the whole story. They're like extra side stuff, like maybe a villain or a location or something. But they're designed so that if you don't want to do group content, you don't ever have to. The dungeons are just like fun little side things you can do if you want to get a little bit of gear, get some cool things from there, experience a little side story, but it's not important to the main story. It sounds like you don't trust the prelate.
Prelate Forum arrived from the temple, and suddenly my fellow monks fell ill. We were never notified of a visit, and besides, Forum isn't our usual prelate. Never even heard of him. If you can help, I can make sure you're compensated, I think.
I can look into this for you. It sounds suspicious.
Fate must have led you here, friend. Prelate Forum arrived aboard the Stormwing. If you can find out where they boarded the ship, it might tell us something. Talk to the portmaster at the harbor, while I deal with any pilgrims that come by.
Tell me more about the necropolis.
This is the necropolis of Necrom, perhaps the largest and oldest necropolis in all of Morrowind. For thousands of years, families have interred their revered ancestors in these catacombs. It's my honor to serve as one of the Keepers of the Dead.
Keepers of the Dead?
Yes, we're a monastic order. We keep the crypts in good repair. We help families make funerary arrangements. And we guide those pilgrims who come to visit their ancestors. We never turned anyone away. Until now.
You said you were away when the other keepers got sick?
I was with Abbot Ilvel when Prelate Forum arrived. I was barely introduced when the abbot sent me to get tea from the market. I'm worried about the abbot. He's always been kind to me. He and the monks raised me after... Well, I had no other family.
Tell me more about this illness that's affecting the keepers.
I haven't seen it firsthand. Prelate Forum says the monks are delirious with fever. Now I'm stuck out here, turning pilgrims away, while everyone else is quarantined inside.
Well, we probably shouldn't tell chat, because chat might start a panic if they think there's illness going around. They might just start to Dan panic. You think the Prelate Forum is responsible?
I think he brought this sickness to the necropolis, yes. Perhaps he picked it up on the voyage to Necrom, although neither he nor his aides appear sick. I wish I could ask Abbot Ilvel about it, but Prelate Forum won't let me inside to see him.
If the keepers are sick, isn't it prudent to close the necropolis?
Maybe. But if it isn't spreading to the prelate or his aides, is it really that dangerous? I have no idea.
Speaking of fate, anything happened here recently that could be connected to Hermaeus Mora?
The Lord of Secrets? I hope not. I mean, I suppose Hermaeus Mora isn't bad as far as Daedric princes go. He's not part of the House of Troubles, after all. But trafficking with any Daedra is dangerous business. Everyone knows that.
Goodbye. Of course, I would never, talk to that person. Oh, let me pick a pet. Is it V? No. J? K? L? No. It's U. Okay, U. Let's do our pet. Flying pet. Oh my god. Look at my little beholder. Aww. He's so cute. He's so adorable. My little holder of secrets. Aww. That's so cute. Sure, he's a Daedric prince monster, but he's so cute at the same time. Investigate the necropolis. Cannot open the door from this side. Really? Talk to the portmaster. Oh, the port's over that way. Are you a cultist? I'm of the new class called Arcanist, which apparently uses Hermaeus Mora's realm to get power. Which is fine, because it's okay when I do it. Other people doing it, that's sus.
Where's that layabout Randus? Absent again. Not now, stranger.
Whoa!
My assistant never showed up for work today, and I've got my hands full directing cargo bound for both land and sea.
Passengers from the Stormwing may have brought a plague to Necrom.
Plague? That's not a word to toss around lightly. What proof do you have?
The necropolis has been closed because the monks there have fallen ill.
Look, illness is a part of life when you work with the dead. I'm surprised the Keepers of the Dead aren't sick more often. Plague can be serious, but I need more than your word to shut down the port or quarantine the city.
If you let me investigate the Stormwing, I can find the proof we need.
Sorry, I can't let you wander around unattended on a ship under my watch. And since my assistant Randus never showed up for work today, I have no one available to escort you. Without Port Agent Randus or more substantial proof, I can't help you.
I don't have the persuade option, damn. I'll go find Port Agent Randus.
Port Agent Randus likes to fish at a little cove south of the city. even when he's supposed to be working. Tell him to get his arse back here, and I'll let you look around the Stormwing. Just be careful. The wildlife along the coast can be dangerous.
Very well. Shrine to Father Mysteries, Shrine to Father Poet. Oh, crafting stations are over there. Wait, is that a house for sale over here? Oh, this is one of the, this is the expansion's new house that you can buy.
Maybe I should.
Let's see. This is... Ooh, this is beautiful and big. There's so much space in here. This is a house that you can purchase and then fill it with furniture and stuff. It's huge. Absolutely massive. Does it have an outdoor place? It's like a palace. Looks like there's a balcony. Ooh, you get an outdoor space to decorate too. That overlooks the port. You also get this spot down here, it looks like. Ooh. So you get all this outdoor space to decorate. Cool. How do I leave? It's purchasable for 1.3 million gold. Or 8,000 credits for fully furnished. It's a lot of gold. 8,000 crowns isn't bad. Investigate the necropolis. Well, I need to go out of the city to find that guy first, so she'll let me into the city. The stronghold doesn't do anything. It's just like a cosmetic home for you to put furniture and stuff in. There's no like gameplay benefit. It's just like something if you really enjoy building like a home in games and stuff, or in like Elder Scrolls. Blacksmithing. Okay, blacksmithing unlocked, and then here's jewel crafting. So glad they added crafting stations to all the cities now. It's so much easier. Alchemy. Cooking. Outfit station.
Buying, selling, trading.
Buying, selling, trading.
I'll just keep at it.
Chanting. Can I do carpentry? No. Carpentry. Just gotta click on the tables in order to unlock the skill line for them. And tailoring. What's great is you can have all the professions at once. Yeah, like you can do useful things with your home, like put crafting benches and vendors and stuff, but you don't like. It's not necessary.
Don't attract attention. The dead are living next to one another. It's poetic.
Just like an extra thing you do. It's all available in the towns. It's just nice to have it there in their own little space.
Why must there be all this talk and unrest? It makes the dead jittery.
What is this? Which guild is for you? Guild listings. Calling adventurers, self-storage spells, singers, scoundrels. Do you find yourself need adventuring companions? Long for the kind of camaraderie that daring exploits make possible. It's time you joined a guild. Alright, let's go outside the city and try to find... Convince the portmaster. I need to go find that guy in a cave. Hello, Jambadin. Done with work. Time to watch the professional Gollum streamer, Dan Clueless. Thanks. Chad, I don't want to be the professional Gollum streamer.
Hands off.
Quest!
Or I will gut you like the rest.
Oh.
What? Never seen an assassin get put out of work before?
Hello.
You're not one of these third-rate assassins, I can tell. But if you or anyone else puts a hand on me, I'm answering with my axes.
What's going on here?
I've been cutting down these mercenaries for the better part of the day. I'm guessing my target knows I'm on to her and has started sending them my way. My associate, Harn Orenvi, might know something about it, but I can't bring this heat to him.
Do you need someone to relay a message?
More like gather information. And if you're offering, I can pay you. Harn usually holds court in the Outlaw's Refuge. He'll be the only one there with bodyguards. Ask him if Rhaenyra Treveri's been through recently. Got it?
His tail! I love it. I'll ask Harn or Vani about Rhaenyra for you.
Fair warning. Harn might ask you for a favor in return for information. I can pay you back, but you don't get paid until I get paid, and I don't get paid until I find Rhaenyra. Make sure you get something good. I'll find you after you're done.
I have some questions.
Well, make it quick, before more of those mercenaries decide to show up. I just can't figure out where I slipped up. Rhaenyra shouldn't know I was after her. My catches never do.
Catches?
Targets. Bounties. Got fishing on the mind, I suppose. I was planning a trip when I got put on this job. High priority, and the pay was nothing I could pass up. Lucky for the fish.
Why are you after Rhaenyra? What did you do? What does she do?
I'm a mercenary, bounty hunter, assassin, whatever gets me paid. Rhaenyra stole something. Was told I'd know it when I saw it. Research notes to try and gain favor with some rival Telvanni magister, maybe. Tale as old as time in these parts.
Does that mean the client is a Telvanni magister?
I think so. I don't know. I was handed the job by my job broker. He let slip that Rhaenyra used to work for the client, but I didn't stick around to hear much else.
You didn't ask for more details?
It is a time-sensitive job, and I was told to stop Rhaenyra at any cost. Thought it'd be better to get on her trail sooner rather than later. I don't need to know all the fancy details and motivations. I just need to know enough to get paid.
By the way, every single quest in the game is voice acted like this and in-depth like this. You said I can find Harn or Vani in the Outlaw's Refuge. Is he a thief?
He's one of Necrom's only crime lords. Big fish in a small pond, and he knows everybody, so I am certain he knows Rhaenyra. I've worked for him before. We're not on bad terms, but I wouldn't go to him if I had any other choice.
Why not?
He's chatty. Too friendly for my taste. Lures people in just so he can get them under his thumb and in his debt. Last time we did business, we didn't see eye to eye on something. Let's leave it at that.
What's your story?
What? My story? I tell you to make it quick, and that's what you decide to ask me. Try again, or get moving.
Goodbye.
And listen, don't mention me to Harn. It probably won't do you any favors.
I do what I want. Goodbye, though. What is this? Oh, Thieves Guild area. Ooh. We can sell our stolen goods there. Chat, don't tell anyone I stole something. Where is our fence? Where is the fence? I need a fence to sell stuff.
Please, Han. They're not just flowers. They're...
Surely a man of your talents can grow more. Now, move. Others wait in need of my counsel.
Hold on, I'll be with you in a second. Moneylender.
Greetings. So many interesting people find their way to Necrom, each with a story to tell, which often involves hiding things they don't want to carry around. What do you need?
Oh, never mind. I don't need that. I need your fence. Looking for the fence. Are you the fence?
You ever deal with Mercury?
Don't think so, but I will sell that and that to you. There should be a fence around here. Somewhere. Is there a map? Fence, there it is. Okay, back corner. Fence is where you sell your stolen stuff. I mean, liberated stuff.
I don't care much for grave robbing. I won't ask where your goods are from, but you won't catch me cracking open a tomb. I've got my own ancestors to worry about.
All right, let me sell these and that one. Thank you.
Boundaries. I need to set more boundaries.
Boundaries are good, ma'am. Always set your boundaries. So that guy that the guy outside was talking about is right over here. Let's see what his story is. Hello.
Your face isn't familiar to me, but I'd know that look anywhere. You want something from me. Information, probably. Well, what is it you're looking for?
I'm looking for Raynilla Treveri.
Raynilla Treveri? Really? I may know something about her. Perhaps you can enlighten me on why it is you're seeking her.
Planet Jerry, thank you for that resub. Appreciate it. My business with Raynilla is personal.
All right, don't get so touchy, Fla. Raynilla was through recently. I can tell you what I know, but not without a favor in return. Why don't you deliver these red flowers I just gathered to some dear friends of mine?
Delivering flowers? Oh, I can do that, I guess.
Braylin Ardus and Menradius Cortin will be my recipients. Braylin likes to shoot dice outside the palace. Cortin should be hawking his wares by the fountain. Meet me at the tavern when you're done, and I'll tell you where you might find Raynilla.
I'll deliver these flowers, meet you at the tavern.
Braylin and Cortin shouldn't give you any trouble. And if they bother you with questions, just remember not to give them anything for free.
What exactly do you need me... Why do you need me to deliver these flowers?
I don't, Fla. Not really. But I don't do anything for free. Can you imagine the damage that would do to my reputation? You want something from me. I want to have some fun. This way, we both end up happy.
The flowers are some kind of message, aren't they?
I do love your little questions, but if we keep going on like this, those flowers will wilt before they reach their intended recipients. Let's just say they serve as a reminder that I have them in my thoughts. Now, run along, will you?
Fine, I'll deliver your floral message.
Be quick about it. Meet me at the tavern when you're done.
Well, where can I find her? Deliver the flowers. They must be a kind of like, almost like a black hand symbol from the one group. It's like, oh god, a flower? I'm in trouble. Yes, a flower for your grave.
Try Corton's astounding cordial.
Hi.
Are you here to try Corton's cordial? The new improved formula with half the bitterness and twice the benefits? One sip will get you hooked. Guaranteed.
I've been asked to give you this.
For me? Is it from... Oh no.
Goodbye.
I need more time. Please. The cordial will catch on. I promise.
You have until the end of the day. We want our money. Damn it. The other guy is... Oh, looks like I need to... Actually, this is a circle, so it doesn't matter where I go. It'll be fine. Where's my money? I want it now. Did someone order flowers?
Face it, Braylon. Luck's just not with you today.
Shut it, Frawl.
No way
Oh,
to quit,
no.
lady.
Interested in a game of dice, my dear? Or perhaps you want to buy me a drink?
Braylon Artist, I have a delivery for you.
For me? You charmer. What's the occasion? If you're in such a generous mood, the evening could be ours to spend however we choose.
Actually, this is from Harn Orvi.
You horrible fetcher.
What?
I can't believe you delivered Han's message. Leave me alone. I have to figure out how I'm going to get him out of my hair.
What's the significance of the flower?
Its significance is that Han Orenvi is a double-dealing, dishonest, conniving swit. I'll give him what he's asking for, and a piece of my mind with it.
Do you owe him money?
I'm not stupid enough to get myself into debt to Han Orenvi, you fetcher. He's blackmailing me for... never mind what it's for. Get out of my face, now!
Goodbye.
That odious, oily bastard! I wish someone would claw out his other eye.
All right, let's go talk to him at the tavern. Just the other side of town. You see how this quest structure is? It's go deliver notes to 2 people, but even the people you're delivering to have like a story and they're a character in the world and they have like dialogue that's fully voiced. Stuff like that makes the quests in this game feel so good. Even a simple delivery quest feels awesome.
Trading right here.
That's one thing I love about this game is just the questing. I think the questing in this MMO is unmatched by every other MMO. It's the best part of the game. Is that they have so many quests, so many great quests, and there's almost no filler quests because the quests are just so intriguing and cool. Even the side quests are fun. And they feel like you're actually doing something and you're a part of the world.
I'm not sure I've
Contributing.
You can't just go making claims about this cordial, Menradius. It has to actually work.
I'll try using columbine flowers in the next batch. I'll just need to find a steady supply. You'll get a return on your investment soon, Harn. I promise.
Well, if it isn't my flower flaw.
Not your flower flaw. Just kidding, thank you for that resub.
Back, and right quick. Braylon sent me a piece of her mind. It got here just before you did, along with the information I wanted from her. I ought to be careful with you. The last time I had someone so efficient working for me, I lost my eye.
I delivered your flowers. What can you tell me about Rhaenyra?
Keep your voice down, all right? Rhaenyra was through recently. She sought out Deredrian, a fence who specializes in moving specialty items.
Where can I find Daedrin.
She keeps a room at the Palace View Apartments just around the corner. But do be careful. Daedrin and Rhaenyra fell out some time ago, and they might not appreciate you dredging that bad blood between them.
Thanks for the information. I'll seek out Daedrin.
If you have further business with me, get right to it. If you don't, you're blocking my view.
What happened to your eye?
Oh, this. I got too chummy with a certain Argonian associate of mine. All I did was put a hand on his shoulder to get his attention. Apparently, it was the wrong move. He let me know with a nasty swipe of his claws.
He attacked you for touching him?
Can't say I blame him. I've attacked people for far less. I haven't seen this associate of mine for quite some time. Pity. I'd like to thank him properly for what he did.
Thank him by getting even?
No, just thank him. This scar gives me a subtle air of menace that has done wonders for my business. I don't hold it against him. But the same can't be said for my bodyguards. So I suppose it's for the best that he keeps his distance.
Goodbye. Well, thank you. This game is so daunting with how many expansions there are. Well, the good thing about this game is all of the expansions can be done in any order that you want. And none of the content in the expansions ever gets outdated. It's simply different. Like, the armor sets you get from any expansion can be just as powerful as current stuff. They don't, like, retire stuff over time like a lot of MMOs do. So you can play at your own pace. Well, everyone's got this cool-looking mount here. I mean, bonefish thing. I want that. You. It was you. Do I have it? Oh, I do have it. Ah, aha. My little glowing worm. Yeah, and everything scales up and down to your level. So you can go into any expansion at any point you want. You can make a brand new character every time and go right to the current content. You don't have to go from level 1 and then do this zone and that zone and this zone. You can literally do any, if you've never done an expansion, you can make a new character and go to that expansion and level up in that expansion and experience new content while doing it. And you'll be just as good as everyone else. Well, I actually like that, Nervous, because, as an adult, I don't have time to spend hundreds of hours raiding every single week, in a bunch of games. I like that this game is a game I can pick up, play as much as I want, play as little as I want, and still feel like I am doing good in it, and I'm, progressing well. Even if I'm, level 10, just, doing some quests and expansion, getting some gear, learning some crafting stuff. I always feel like I don't feel like I'm super behind just because I haven't been playing consistently for weeks and stuff. You always feel like you're still on the same level as everyone else. Some people have more fancy and cool things, but there's always something to work towards in this game. We're the new class called the Arcanist. Okay, we need to get over to this way and around. You're a sub? Yeah, we got a ton of gift subs last night because of Diablo's gift sub program, which we'll be playing later today as well. This game came out in 2014, with the beta was earlier than that. So it's about 10 years old. And for being a 10-year-old MMO, I think it looks fine. Sure, it's not. It definitely shows its age a bit, but for being 10 years old, it's not bad.
Hey, told you I'd find you.
Hi.
Rhaenyra was here, Let's have a look around.
Shattered papers.
Looks like debt collection notices. not helpful to us.
No, the graphics has improved several times in this game from the beta. It looks much better now than it did 10 years ago.
Blah, rot mouth. Makes me wish I was born without nostrils. Can't understand how anyone drinks this stuff.
Daedra and Meva insisted I ask for your help. I'm desperate and tired of you not responding to my letters. I'm slipping this one under your door so I know you got it. We're camped across the river with the old Salem Mora outpost, heading north across the road between two boulders. Help us and Maiev, and I'll shed this life and start again somewhere new, somewhere far from the Reformers' grasp. I promise things won't go like they did in Gotwood. I discovered a way to safely undo the damage he's done to you, to the goods. You'll be in no dangerous time around. You have my word, RT.
Is this Duredrian's place?
I think one thing
like
that keeps the graphics
from
this being like cutting edge is that it's on old consoles, new consoles, and PC all at the same time, and the game needs to be able to run on all of those at once. Maybe they'll do some sort of update in the future where they'll like drop the old consoles and then like modernize stuff a bit, but who knows. But I think this isn't really a game that you're just like play to experience the draw-dropping graphics. It's mostly a questing MMO. Just doing the quest is a lot of fun in this game. Especially if you like you go back and play like Morrowind and stuff, you can still enjoy those games even though they look a bit dated.
So, Rhaenyra came by, pestering this Duredrian for help. Why?
Yeah, the console version of this comes out on the 20th. There's always been a disconnect between the PC version and the console version. Hopefully in the future they can get them to line up with each other. Daedra is a fence who moves specialty items. Harn said she and Rhaenyra used to be friends.
Great. Well, maybe they patched things up and Duredrian went to go help her. Though that doesn't explain why she'd leave behind a note that says exactly where she's gone. Especially if she's trying to hide from this reformer that Rhaenyra mentioned.
This game has an optional subscription service. The base version of the game often goes on sale for $5, $10 during sales and stuff. And if you buy that version, you can play that forever without paying a subscription fee and do all the quests in it and stuff. Is the Reformer the one who hired you to find Rhaenyra then?
Maybe. My job broker told me to track down Rhaenyra and take back what she stole for an important client. He didn't give other details, and that's usually fine with me. No memory of my past makes no answers an easy pill for me to swallow.
No memories of your past? You have amnesia?
I woke up a few years back in the middle of Valenwood with a nasty headache and no memory except my name. But that doesn't have anything to do with the job. Let's get to that campsite. I'll scout ahead and see if we can take Rhaenyra by surprise.
All right, I'll meet you at Rhaenyra's campsite.
Great. If all goes well, then we can both get paid and go our separate ways, I guess.
Can I ask you more about your amnesia?
I already told you most everything I know. I came to in Valenwood, middle of nowhere, blood on my claws. Someone was screaming. Didn't see who. My head felt like it was split in half, so they got away.
Then what happened?
Well, I was in the middle of the forest. Had to hunt and track so I didn't starve to death. At one point, I started heading towards this huge tree in the distance. Eldenroot. Civilization. Sometimes I wonder if I should have just stayed in the woods.
Did you try to find out information on where you might have come from?
Sure. A bit. Look, I didn't know if I'd killed someone or someone had tried to kill me. I kept my head down, took any job to get by, and now I guess I'm here.
You aren't curious about who you were before? Someone could be looking for you.
If someone somewhere cares I'm gone, they're keeping awfully quiet about it. Either nobody misses me enough to go looking for me, or I was a loner before, just like I'm a loner now. I'm not trying to find answers on my past. You shouldn't either.
Kazri, that sounds like you've never played the game. I'm suspecting, because that's the only reason you'd have that opinion if you've never actually played. Let's head to Rhaenyra's campsite then.
Meet you there. And don't go blundering in without me.
All right, let's go find the campsite. Hello, Yanyers. Oh, that's a beautiful one. I didn't know I had that one on my intro. That's gorgeous. What a beautiful mount. I still can't go on the necropolis yet, so we'll have to go out of the city first. All right. Let's go down this way. Some people like to complain, and they like to go make sure that people know how much they don't like something. I don't know why. There's a lot of those people, especially on like Reddit and stuff, and Twitch, where they hang out in a game that they don't like to tell people how much they don't like it, and then tell everyone that they should stop liking it because they don't like it. It happens with every game. There's always at least one person that does that in every single
The necropolis
game.
is closed? That's never
No matter what game I
happened
play, no
before.
matter how good the game is, or what kind of game it is, there's always going to be at least one person like that. This game sucks. Play something else. I hate this game. Move on. Like literally every game I've ever played, there's always been at least one person that's doing that in chat. It's almost predictable at this point. I'm weird. I like to hang out in games that I enjoy and then talk about how much I enjoy them. I don't know. If I don't like a game, I usually just go watch something I do like. Maybe I'm weird and I'm like the exception. I don't know. I don't. Maybe I'm strange and I just do it wrong. I don't know. People always got opinions. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. First Cape, thank you for the Prime Gaming sub. I appreciate that. Public dungeon. Ooh. That'll give me a sky shard. It should be good, because I do like skill points. What are classes like in this game? This game gives you a lot of freedom to choose how you want to play your character. So each of the classes will have a set of 3 abilities that you can use. And each of those abilities often upgrade to be 2 different types. So you can like choose which one you want to do for each ability. And then you combine them with base abilities, like there's a skill tree for 2-handed weapons, dual wielding, staves, destruction staves, healing staves. And then you get to combine the skills of either weapons or class mechanics, or even the guilds have their own abilities and stuff, and try to make your own mix of 12 abilities and then mix them together to make your own unique like spin on a class. And of course, there's always going to be like a min-maxed like best thing that someone come up with, but this game doesn't need you to do that outside of trials. You can be you can make your own fun build that you enjoy. Like if you want to be a sorcerer and be melee and somehow make that work, you can find a way with both the gears in the game and the skills, and find a way to like make it work. It's really fun to just like play around and like mix things up and see what you can come up with. Sure, it may not be like optimal in like high-end rating and stuff, but there's lots of ways you can build stuff to be fun. Whatever your fantasy for a class is, you can make happen.
I could seek help.
Side quest!
Or are you there?
Hello.
Drab attire, sharpened blades, a dangerous glint in the eye. An adventurer, I take it? I could use someone with your particular skill set. Let's speak for a moment. I promise to make it worth your while.
What do you need help with?
The island of Gorn is home to a reclusive portal mage by the name of Draenus. His research could further my ascension within House Telvanni. I could use a skilled hand to aid me while I procure these findings.
By procure, do you mean steal?
Nonsense. Oh, there is something to be said about the sharing of knowledge and the marketplace of ideas, but that's neither here nor there. Let's just say there is a tidy sum to be earned by an adventurer who can handle a delicate task.
I do like side quests, and I don't really care who I slaughter in these quests because I like to level up, and I like loot, so sure, I can be delicate.
Wonderful. I had a good feeling about you. I prepared this boat to take us up to the island. We'll be a bit snug, but it'll do. And do be on guard. I have heard the island isn't the most welcoming of places.
Sir Halleck, thank you for the 92-month resub. I appreciate that. And also, our Young, First Cape with the brand new Prime Gaming sub. Burbean with the resub. Just K, thank you for that resub as well. What do you mean by ascension with House Telvanni?
Of course. A few too many syllables, I suppose. How about rise instead? Imagine a ladder. As a Telvanni spellwright, I must prove my skill and expertise each time I wish to go up a proverbial rung. I hope to speed my climb.
House Telvanni was really cool. Unfortunately, in Skyrim, it seems like House Telvanni is mostly gone. Most of the houses have been utterly destroyed after the events in Morrowind. After this mage's research is supposed to help with that?
At his peak, Draenus was a Telvanni master unmatched in portal magic. It's been ages since he's published any of his research, but he must still be tinkering away. I'm certain we can find a few pages lying about the island.
And how will this help you gain recognition?
Isn't it obvious? If I publish the findings in my own name, the finest minds on the peninsula will flock to me. Oh, they'll be eager to bask in the genius of Gorolo Given, Portal Master. I can feel their adoration already.
Are you able to start up this game and play through the other DLCs? Yes. You can make a new character and then choose where you want to start the game. You can start with the main quest, the main base game. You can start an expansion. You can go do the expansion in any orders you want. There's tons of freedom in this game. What are you talking about the island?
Gorn belongs to House Indoril, as you'll see when we reach their sprawling estate. I've heard they formerly used the island to house the mentally unstable and magically insane, but I don't know whether it's still in use.
Didn't you research the estate before you plan to steal research?
Steal is so vulgar. I much prefer material sourcing. And I'll have you know I did plenty of research. For example, the going rate for capable mercenaries such as yourself. A tidy sum, well worth your time and effort.
Yeah, if anyone's interested in the game, don't forget to click the link here in chat. It'll take you right to their store where you can pick it up. It's available, the new expansion's available now. And the console version will be out on the 20th. You don't seem very prepared.
You should know that you're talking yourself out of my memoir. Imagine the prestige you could gain in Telvanni lands for being the loyal and capable servant to an esteemed mage.
Goodbye. This is what's called a public dungeon, which is a dungeon that you go in and do a solo quest in, but you'll sometimes see other
Here we are.
People in there.
Let's see if we can find Draenus. Perhaps my charm will make this easy.
Oh, there's dragons here. Uh-oh. Oh, great. They look like evil dragons. Do you see Twitch updated terms of service? What did they change?
Why in Oblivion is Gorn besieged by Daedra? Adventurer, we should find Draenus. quickly.
There's also tons of stuff to loot, just like in Elder Scrolls games, along the sides of the dungeons. All right, let me Death Beam! Die! Wow, that hits hard. That Death Beam is amazing. Wow. Yeah, there's a whole expansion about dragons if you like dragons. Die! Taking a lot of damage. Woo! Can you heal? Ouchie. Okay, healing. Woo! That hits hard. Yeah, finally some combat. Just like, you know, Skyrim and stuff, you can spend hours talking to people in the city and then go out and finally do some combat. Oh, wait. We gotta take this guy over here. We're in a public dungeon now. Now there seems like there's flying dragons. They look kind of Daedra-like. They don't look like normal dragons.
Another over-eager pupil seeking to profit from my efforts. Could I instead interest you in some fungal tea? No.
Destroy the Golden Saints.
Hello.
Visitors. Why, I was starting to get lonely. Two warring legions of Daedra make for poor company, you know. That worm behind you looks like one of the Givens by the curl of his lip. But you're a fresh face. What can I do for you?